game of the International Silver Sticks competition. This one matches the Nickel City Suns and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Port Huron Glacier Ice Arena Barrel Light for today's third game of the Silver Sticks Invitation. Starting lineup for the Penguins in net. Again, number 1, William Hanner. Up front for the Penguins, 18, Carter Schub, and number 6, Brody Carter at the wings. 24, Brady Paris at center. On defense, 16, Dalton Julius, and number 5, the fine wine, David Merlot. That unit, good first shift. Penguins control it, star to Kaminski. Kaminski looking for Evans. Just past his reach, but a bouncing puck comes to the middle. Swipe to the corner by Filiaggi. Regrouped by Nickel City, but Evans will get there. He sends a cross-ice pass that comes off the shin guard of a Sun. And the Penguins will pressure all the way back through center. Evans up for real. Bouncing puck to Filiaggi. Evans will follow on, and an offside play. Faceoff will come outside of the Nickel City zone. Filiaggi over the dot, wins it cleanly to Star. D to Kaminski. Kaminski will go off the wall looking for real. It'll end up all the way deep in the Sun zone. Rimmed around behind by Nickel City. Back pressure by Filiaggi, forcing the turnover to Star. Star tries to go off the board. That's cut off by the Suns. They'll pressure inside the Penguin zone before another offside play. And we'll get another round of line changes here. So welcome again, International Silver Sticks here at Cine TV, bringing you live coverage. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. We don't have replay for this one today, so I'm gonna have to pay attention. Or rely on the wonderful text messages of those of you back home. As Armstrong tries to get it out of the zone, and we kept at the point. Sent back to the corner, off their high there to battle. Centering feed by Nickel City is sent to the outside by Villela. Armstrong heavy into the boards with the Nickel City Sun. They still end up with control, and they'll fire one just over the head of Hanner. It catches iron. Hartman battles. Bouncing puck kicked at. It'll come free to Nickel City. Nickel City at center. Gains red, fires it all the way into the Penguins and off their hide. First one back, set up by Hanner. They'll come out to Villela. Right up for Wu. Nice tic-tac-toe breakout. It'll be Hartman on the near side. Wu in support, plucks the puck free, winds into the middle, fires one stick on puck block to the corner. He goes into the corner with a pair of Nickel City forwards, or defensemen. It'll be Armstrong on the forecheck, disrupting things for a heavy shot from the point by Julius. Nickel City will defend that well and clear their zone. Nickel City in white today, white uniforms with a Nickel City logo on the chest. You'll be able to see that on your screen, I'm sure. Producer Nick Parrish firing up that scoreboard for us all. Looks like a white, purple, and black combination. As Nickel City at the side of the cage there as it came off from behind out in front, and they just wedge it by. And they're off to a hot start here as Nickel City. Penguins wearing the gin and juice jerseys in this one. Black uniforms with Pittsburgh from the right shoulder to the left hip. The black pants with gold stripes. The black socks with gold and white stripes and the iconic gold Pens Elite buckets. Face-off controlled by the Penguins. Star will fire it in. Try to see if I can get replay on my phone for us here. We had a rush to get set up without the ice cut, folks. Just so you know, they do ice cuts every 2 periods. So the Penguins should get one at the end of the first in this one. But every 2 periods with the ice cuts leaves us with dirty ice to start the first. But it also means the teams come out of the locker room and onto the ice for the game. No ice cut for us to get all of Cine TV equipment set up. So a bit of a rushed setup. Here is Carter! Down the wing, fires it high to the glove side, and Brody Carter has evened the score with 11:11 to play. That all-important shift after a goal. Nickel City strikes on another odd bounce off the backboards. And Brody Carter picking it up at the blue line, driving in the left wing side, has just enough space to fire an absolute snot rocket to the corner. Glove side, it went off the croast, where the post and corner come together and found the cage behind. Starr and Kaminsky connect at the Penguin line. Off the boards for Evans, off of his skate, but he's able to get control of it and force it further for the forecheck coming from Reel. Reel followed up by Filiaggi, trying to get it in front for Evans. Off of a Nickel City player, and they'll come back out to center. Good pressure at center. Filiaggi comes away with it. To the outside, Evans will cut in. Onside play. Evans and Reel switching here. It looks like Evans is on the right wing side, Reel on the left. Throughout this shift here as Filiaggi digs it out behind. Working one way, now the other finds Ofterhide at the point. Ofterhide and Evans will switch things up as he fires a heavy shot from the half wall into the paraphernalia where it's held. I want to welcome everybody. I do have the chat up for a little bit here and some replays, so I want to certainly welcome Nini and Andy and Grammy Stetz out there watching live this Silver Sticks broadcast brought to you by Cine TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. If you don't know how, log into your Google account. We still have a large number of people who watch all of our broadcasts that aren't subscribers. We can see. So do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. As Villela goes off the boards, cut off by Nickel City. Evans with the pressure there, frees the puck up, but kept in at the point. Shot goes wide to the cage, pressured by Ofterhide. In behind is Filiaggi. They'll come together with a Nickel City forward behind the Penguins net. Nickel City will come away with it. Centering pass goes off the stick all the way to the point where it's lofted back right in front. They'll get control and a heavy shot, blockered away by the handman. Villela comes away with it, able to get it to the outside. Evans looking for Reel, gloved down and brought back in by Nickel City. Into the chest of Hanner. First stop and play.
Hey, body language, come on.
Puck won by Nickel City, pressured by Armstrong all the way out the center before return to the Penguins line. Armstrong, Hartman, Wu up front here for the Penguins. Armstrong on the forecheck. He had a great forechecking game in the Junior Canadian game. And there we have a play at the line. I disagree, Mr. Official. I think that was an onside play. I don't think they ever exited the zone as Wu played takeaway at the blue line, but we'll get a whistle nonetheless. Wu snaps the puck back. Bodied is Julius. He's able to get it right back to Wu. Sends a cross ice feed. He was looking for Hartman. Defended well by 17 and White. As they'll come back in an offside play at the Penguins line. It'll be Wu again at the faceoff dot. Wedged up and dumped in by Nickel City into the corner. Merlot will battle there. Able to dislodge the puck, getting it free. Up the wing is Armstrong. Tried for Wu, picked off and fired back in front. Julius battles in the corner. Great support by Wu. Gets control up the wall to Hartman. He tries to spin it out of the zone, but kept at the line there. And another off that backboard, right? These boards literally angle right back in front of the net. Penguins have been burnt by it twice now. Once in this game, once in the previous. They've got to be cognizant of it. As Hartman drives it down the wall. Penguins getting a change behind. At least part of one. The battle as a shot comes off of Hanner. Shuby to it. Gets it up the wall no further. He'll follow on. and get it all the way to the Nickel City line where they look to regroup. Penguins complete that line change as Nickel City sends another one in on Hanner. Kaminsky to it. Up for Carter. Carter driving the line, tapping it past, couldn't quite get it through. And back comes Nickel City, the Sun in. Heavy shot kicked out by Hanner. Rebound sent back out in front. Hanner with 1, 2, make it 3 straight saves before a block shot by Carter. As Nickel City tries to break this knotted game at 1. Halfway through the first period, Paris clears the zone, no further than center ice for a shot wide of the handman. Knocked away by Kaminsky in front. Here's Paris to it. They'll rim it around, trying for Carter, crashing down. Keeping it in is Nickel City. Penguins will play behind the net. Nickel City activating those defense from the point. We've seen that before. Penguins have a couple ways they deal with that. As Kaminsky gets there, he dislodges it for Starr. Starr off the wall, looking for Carter, bouncing puck, chopped at. Here's Shuby with it, and the Penguins will get out of the zone. Trying to hit Paris. Can he get it to him? He would have been, and he will. They will call the offside play. Faceoff will come back, probably outside the Penguin line. Oh, no, they'll put it outside Nickel City line. It did come off a Nickel City player before going in the zone. Still an offside play. Penguins will get a line change. Looks like Reel and Evans back to their natural sides. As Evans gets on the forecheck, forces it all the way to the corner, and he'll get control. Evans coming up the top of the zone, winding, firing down low, rebound kicks out front. Penguins couldn't get a stick to it, but Reel will find it in the corner battling. He's got 2 Suns on him as Filiaggi gets to the puck. He tried to go to the point, it's picked off. Evans will take it back at center. Bouncing puck is controlled by Filiaggi for a shot down low. Comes off the area behind and stays behind their net as it's rimmed around. Here's Ofty. Back for Filiaggi. Evans covers the point and now attacks from that F3 position. Unable to get control at the blue line is Villela. It'll come all the way back into the Penguins' end. He'll get there. Under pressure, has it taken away. In front, heavy shot, field goal up and good as it sails over the net. Here's Ofterhide with it. Ofty up for Evans. Evans ducked out of the way as he saw Reel behind him and just couldn't connect. Evans getting the Duckskis out. .540 to play first period. 1-1 tie here in Port Huron, Michigan. A heavy shot from the point. This one wide of the glove side. Comes crashing all the way back out in front. Far enough for Hartman to get control, and he'll battle just inside the Penguin line. Supported well by Wu. Right there also the fine wine Merlot. Merlot ends up dislodging it as it comes out into the middle of the ice. Couple players come together as Nickel City controls at the top of the zone. Winding, firing off the glove of Merlot and over the cage. Stopping and starting along the walls, Nickel City, as they force it back in front for a one-timer that's wide. Nickel City, great puck possession here as it goes back. That's off, it is, and they will call it. Great call there by the gentleman in stripes. We want to welcome all of you joining us around the globe. We know you'll be tuning in from Canada, where we are we're right on your border here in Port Huron, right from the hotel, looking right over at Sarnia. This rink just about 10 minutes down the street from there. Great venue, great tournament here. The Silver Sticks will be at a different rink tomorrow, so you'll see a little different setup for the game tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. bright and early Saturday morning. Cup of coffee and Cine TV. Get those cinnamon rolls out, ladies and gentlemen. Get them ordered. Find the bakery tonight. Cinnamon rolls and a cup of coffee. It's on the menu for breakfast. That's Kaminsky. Starr. Control behind the Penguins' cage. Starr stopping and starting. Falls down but stays with the puck. Able to rim it around. Carter will get there. Again, coming down that defenseman from that high point position. for that F3 from Nickel City the whole time, which allows those defensemen to be aggressive. And here's what the Penguins do to counter. Here comes Shuby twisting in, carrying to the outside for a shot that just misses the back post. Had the goalie going right to left and tried to sneak it backside. Puck will come out to the point for Starr. He tried to wedge it down the wall. It's blocked. He'll get control out at center. Rolling puck comes off of his stick. Gathered in by Villela. Up to Carter for a tap pass to Parrish. Parrish to Shub. Shub in front for Parrish. Bouncing puck just misses the stick of Brody Carter. And back come the Suns through center. Fought and battled. Villela able to get it disrupted and getting the puck over to Ofterhide. Ofterhide to Carter, and they'll get a line change here. Up the outside, pressured by Evans. Puck picked off by Reel. He'll go back for Evans. Bouncing puck as they battle for it at center. It's Nickel City taking it away. Nickel City banks it off the boards behind Reel. It'll go into the corner for Villela. Back deep on the play, Filiaggi. Filiaggi, heavy off the wall, looking for Evans. He'll find him. Evans up for Reel. It's chopped from behind. He's got to move that a little quicker. Back comes Nickel City, dumping it into the Penguins' end. Villela reverses to Reel. Now Ofterhide. Ofterhide goes up the wall. He's got Evans and Reel. It'll come to Reel. Evans center drive. Filiaggi high slot. Hit shot comes in, deflects by Evans off the pad. Good low heavy shot by Filiaggi. Deflected by Evans. Better save. Here's Merlot. As you can see, those three really connecting there. Ofterhide was the catalyst of moving that up to Reel, as now Filiaggi will center drive. As Reel carries wide, up to the boards, chopped at by Merlot, picked up by Evans, darting to the middle, gets it to Filiaggi. Filiaggi, I think he tried to shoot it. It was blocked. Puck at the line here. Filiaggi will swipe at it, but Nickel City comes away. Shot in on Hanner. He wrecks it to the outside. He'll rim it up for Reel. Reel chopping it heavy off the boards, but not heavy enough. It'll bouncing puck will come free. Merlot battle along the half wall. Merlot wedges it up. Evans spins it off the wall under pressure from that center or from that defenseman, able to get it up to his center. Filiaggi, who finds Reel. He'll carry it in one on three now. As he fans on a shot, he'll control the puck though and get it deep for the forechecking Hartman, and the Penguins stay on it as they complete a line change. Wu in behind. Hartman tries to cram it in from outside. They'll leave it for Armstrong, fresh off the bench, firing one in front. Bouncing puck kicked away by Nickel City and lofted all the way out to center and all the way into the Penguins' end for an icing. 1:31 to play first period as the Penguins getting a couple good scoring chances here late. Face-off will be for Wu. Down low in the Nickel City zone. Left wing corner. Won by Nickel City. Wedged off the wall. Picked off by Wu. Tripped on the play. They're going to get that one. A tripping call here on Nickel City. So the Penguins will head to the man advantage here. Wu, Armstrong, Hartman, Starr, and Kaminsky. As always, thanks for joining us live. Cine TV, find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, cinetv.com. Face off, controlled nicely by Wu. Back to Starr. Penguins will set up the man advantage. Hartman lofts one in. It's blocked and cleared. Starr will be the first one back to get it. Pressured by one. He uses the net for protection. Up to Hartman, now Wu. Wu with space. He'll carry it. Driving with speed through the neutral zone to the right wing corner. Cuts back in front. Wedges it. And it's through. Austin Wu. Are Wu serious? Austin Wu down the right wing side, got the puck at the Penguins line, had space, drove the outside, got the shoulder, and a power move to the inside. Short side shot, and the Riz of the Jizz of the ghost face killer, Austin Wu, gets the goal and puts the Penguins up 2-1 here. Up for a tap by Armstrong. He's trying to go back to Wu. A power play goal for the Penguins. Villela with it. In his own end, reversing for Ofty. Ofty will wedge it up the wall. Wu and Hartman with a good switch there, but it's picked off again by, I think it's Jakubo for Nickel City. It'll come back to the line. He gets to it again. It's about 6'2" on skates. So he drives wide. Big boy. Play it in behind as the Penguins use that like amoeba-style defense to support the puck. Swiped up by Hartman, but right in front. Battled for, and it'll be Wu coming away with it. Wu fans on a clearing attempt, but follows up and is able to get it out before Nickel City will put it in on an offside. Five seconds remain in the period. We'll have a face-off outside of the Penguins zone. Penguins leading 2-1. And I do believe it'll be an ice cut at the first period. So look for us to go to intermission here in between the first and second. Stay with us until we do, just in case. As time will expire here. And yes, the players are going to head off. So we're going to go to an intermission here between the first and second. We will be back in action here for second period from Silver Sticks. evening, everybody, and welcome back to Port Huron, Michigan. Hopefully you were able to go jump out, grab a snack, a beverage, maybe make a little bit of popcorn, a frosty cold one, maybe a big deal brewing from our friends at Spittin' Chicklets. And we're going to get back underway here. Second period action. Your Penguins have a 2-1 lead over the Nickel City Suns. Nickel City going right to left on your Jumbotron, big screen, whatever you're watching us on, maybe your cell phone. Wearing the white. The Penguins are in their blacks. The Gin and Juice laid back. Of which apparently has gotten 1 billion watches on YouTube. The videos, people didn't know what I was talking about. What I was talking about when I said the Gin and Juice jerseys. As Brody Carter fires one off the netminder. And the Penguins will regroup along the half wall. Up top, Parrish for Merlot. Merlot's shot, stick on puck deflection, bouncing puck comes into Shoup. Able to knock it out of the wall, control to the half wall, get it back to Julius. Julius winding, firing just wide as it had eyes and went through, just missing the cage. Nickel City trying to pop a forward by. It'll be disrupted by the Penguins defense. There's Julius snapping one off for Carter. Carter will get it deep into the Nickel City zone, and the Penguins will get 5 fresh bodies. And there's Filiaggi playing takeaway. He's got Evans. Slide will find him, and Cameron Evans goes off the iron and into the netting above.
Keep working, boys. That's it. Keep working.
Great feed by Filiaggi to find Evans in the high slot. And he fired a laser that just caught the crossbar and deflected up into the netting above. Fired around behind. It'll be Evans crashing to the corner. He'll get control and find Kaminsky at the point. Good job setting it up as a shot comes in, deflected by Filiaggi. No high stick call as Nickel City will get control. Evans disrupting. Evans crashing in. Couldn't quite get it through. Good shot by Real, came off the chest by. We get a penalty. On who? I don't know, Margot. Ofterhide's getting a hold. Okie dokie. Well, so the Penguins will hit one by Nickel City. Cross ice. Feed D to D. Evans will block it. It's back out the center. Can he win the race? He blocks it. He gets to it. Couldn't quite pop it by. Excellent play there as Nickel City will kick it in. Merlot back to get it. He goes heavy off the boards. Here's player at the point. As they rotate around the top, it'll come all the way out of the zone. Good pressure by Filiaggi to force that one out high. Fire it cross ice and gain the zone again. Merlot with the pressure. Filiaggi with the chop out to the center ice. Filiaggi up on the forecheck. Short-handed. Evans will get a change. Real on the ice. Filiaggi off. It'll be Wu. Falling down on the play. Merlot as they weave in. Firing one. It'll miss the net. Guarded by Hanner. Merlot to it in the corner as they work. Battling down low, 35 left with the man advantage for Nickel City as they come out in front and fire one in. It'll beat Hanner to the glove hand side. I don't think he saw it. As they came off that wall, it was kind of in a bit of a scrum. They'll flick it over the glove. And Nickel City's tied it with the man advantage. Penguins with a power play goal by Wu earlier. Nickel City answers with one of their own, and it's 2-2, despite the scoreboard saying 9-2. A couple extra lights lit up. Somebody needs to get up there and unscrew them. As a center ice face-off will be picked up by Wu ultimately as they played a little bit of you take it, no, you take it at center. Wu down the right wing side, leaving it up high for Kaminsky. The Penguins have done that a couple times. Drive that right wing, find Kaminsky at the point, who fires another one and it just misses. Starr defending at center, able to gather it in his own end. Will dart to the outside, trying to get it out of the zone, and Will finding Wu. He'll drive in onside, cutting to the middle, around one, leaving it for Armstrong. Armstrong with the head and shoulder fake, just couldn't quite get possession, and back comes Nickel City. Defended nicely by Villela. As it's kicked to the outside, Wu. Rolling puck, swiped in by Nickel City. Could have been an icing, they'll say no. Aufderheide to it, up for Armstrong. Off of his stick, controlled by Nickel City. Bouncing puck, rolling around for Aufderheide to get control and look back for Armstrong. Armstrong, right wing side. Driving deep, knocked down on the play. He'll kick at it, but right to Nickel City. Down falls two Suns in the corner. And Aufderheide will get control at the point for the Pens. Download of Hartman. Hartman tried to center it for Paris. It'll ultimately come to the Penguins' end for control by Merlot. His pass up ice. Off a Nickel City player, returned back to the Penguins' end. It'll be Aufderheide lofting it all the way out the center. And we get a high stick call, so the face-off will come all the way into the Nickel City end. Face-off on the near dot of the offensive zone for the Penguins. 10:23 to play the second period, a tied game at 2. It'll be Paris over for Schub, battled for, out comes Carter. Carter back to Merlot, the fine wine will fire one in. Kicked out by the goaltender, Carter in to disrupt. Paris shoots one down low, kicked out. Rebound still bouncing free. It'll be Carter getting it along the wall. Back to Merlot at the point. Down low for Paris. Paris twisting to the middle, putting it in front. Shuby swipes one just wide of the cage. Carried behind by Nickel City, lofted out the center. It'll go between the legs of Julius. Merlot under immediate pressure, able to get it to the outside, away from pressure, but Nickel City follows on to get control. Paris deep in his own end in support of Merlot, able to get control, wedging it up for Carter. Carter tried for Schub. It'll be picked off by Nickel City and sent right back into the Pens end. Deep is Merlot. Merlot off the wall. Up for Schub, a tap pass to Paris. Kicked into the zone by Nickel City. Paris will get on the forecheck. It'll go over the head of Schub, all the way out to Julius to regroup. Merlot gets it out the center. Nickel City will get control. Twisting and turning, and an intentional offside. Yeah, you got to call that. The player, I think, was trying to change, then wanted to get onside. Then I think the coaches were telling him to change, and then so he went back to the door, just did next to the zone, and Nickel City was kind of tied up and said, fine, we'll just dump it in, get the offsides. Referee making a good call there to call the intentional and send the puck all the way into the Nickel City end. It'll be a far side draw for Filiaggi. Winning it to Real. Back to Star. Star D to D for Kaminsky. That's picked off, and this could be danger. As in comes Nickel City, winding, firing, and off the iron. It stays out. A bouncing puck cleared to the outside by Kaminsky. I saw somebody celebrating behind. I thought maybe they got by. As a feed from Filiaggi from Star, just missed. Wine and cheese Merlot. And of course, Jeremy Evans on the play-by-play. We're missing my man Colby in Pittsburgh. He tries to go between the wickets. That's kicked aside, but he stays right with it. Couldn't quite get that stick lift from behind. Here's Star up for Real. Filiaggi center drives. Evans to the high slot as Real battles to the corner. Evans will follow on with pressure. Now Real, now Filiaggi. Like bees swarming. As it's popped behind Star, picked up there. Up for Evans. Evans gains some speed. He'll drive in. He's got Real in the slot. Looks for him. It's just a little bit in front. Real will get all the way to the outside where his stick's chopped. But Filiaggi, great support, able to get control, tossing it in behind Evans' point. Strong diving to the ice to swipe at it. Can't advance there. Penguins almost had a clean. Penguins with a defensive zone draw here. My replay, I think, has gone away, folks. I'll try to get it back. Shuby lassoed from behind as he's knocked down. It'll be Merlot. Comes out in front and buried on the play. And they're going to call it. Yeah, you got to call. He went up high on Shuby getting him in the head. I think you're going to call a cross check, or they're going to call roughing. No head contact call. 6:13 to go. The Penguins are going to head to the man advantage here. 15 for Nickel City, heads to the box. Face off on the far side of the Nickel City zone for Paris. Paris forcing it in on net there. Bouncing puck comes in on the goaltender for a cover. 2 seconds off the clock. Penguins still with that man advantage. Nickel City wins the second one to the corner. Up to the point, off of Ofterheide. Stick will keep it at the line. Nice job by Ofterheide. Down low to Paris. Trying to give and go with Ofterheide. He'll come back to him at the point. Off a Nickel City player as he winds up and finds Carter on the outside. I'm sorry, Julius. In front for an Ofterheide shot. Down low, deflects just wide. Paris pinned to the wall. Great support by Carter. He'll get it back to Ofty. Ofty controls that center point. Over to Julius. Julius back to Ofterheide. Penguins with a couple bodies in front. Rolls off of his stick, but he'll get it at the line. Back for Julius. Skate the stick there. He'll kicked away. Paris to it. Back to Ofterheide. It'll check right. He'll dump it in, but right to the defense. Going to expire here as Nickel City fires it back out to center. We'll see him come out of the box. 2 and Evans. Rebound cleared, but not out. Kept by Starr. And score here. A heavy shot under the pads of behind the net. Hard up. Again, Filiaggi with the forecheck pressure. Here comes Nickel City in the Latinsky control. It'll be at the point. Twisting with it and firing one. Deflects off the iron. Another shot kicked out by the handman. So 2 posts by Nickel City so far in this one. They'll drive in and shoot one wide. Evans will battle the point. Winding, firing. It comes in and fells Starr. As they go back door, and it'll be a tap in. Starr down in front for a teammate on the backhand, catching Hanner going right to left, able to tuck it in. A second power play goal for Nickel City. Penguins got to stay out of the box. Nickel City doing a good job from the point. They are blasting away from the point on those power plays. Starr got that blocked. He took the brunt of it. He's over on the bench now as Armstrong will gain the zone. Penguins now trailing by a goal. They started the period up a goal. Now trailing by 1. Nickel City with a pair in the second. As they come up through center. Both of them, those scrum goals right in front of the Penguins net. Both with the man advantage here. As Villela gets it. Up for a chip by Hartman. He'll come off the Nickel City bench. Faceoff will be in the Penguin zone. Oh, they're going to leave it outside. .2:12 to play, period 2. 3-9 and lofted out into the stands. There's a puck for a fan. Get that one autographed. A nice warm biscuit onto the ice. Right from... Woo. Lean over the dot. Dislodging a puck. Armstrong blocks a clearing attempt. Here's Hartman. Beats him. Gets one through on the glove hand side. The RZA, the Jizza, the Ghost Face Killer. Austin Woo. With a wrist shot to beat the goaltender on the short side and tie the game at 3. Looks like Starr back up on the bench, flexing the leg a little bit. He took that block shot earlier. There's a key answer right there. Penguins answering on those shifts right after goals. Penguins able to tie things back up here. 3-3 is a bouncing puck at center. Shuby swiping at it. They'll battle, and ultimately it'll come free to Nickel City. Up in front of the scorer's box. Parrish will pick it up in front of the Nickel City bench. Good delay with possession, able to get it to Carter. Carter has it knocked away, but Parrish in support. He'll carry it free to the right side. Has it roll off of his stick, but right to Julius. Julius sending it further, looking for Shub in front. Battling all the way to the corner, where it's wedged to the wall. And Shub will come away. Onto the cage. 44.1 seconds to play in the second. A tie 3-3 game. We'll roll right into the third period. No ice cut between periods here for this one. We'll roll right into the third. Filiaggi to the faceoff dot. Wins it cleanly to Real. He'll twist along the wall. Firing one backside behind Evans. He'll get to it and find Kaminsky. Back down low for Evans. A great feed in front. Filiaggi backside looking, went off a stick and on net. Another look, and it didn't get free to Real. Swiped away by Nickel City as we play tic-tac-toe there. Starr up for Evans, who deflects it to the middle looking at Filiaggi. We'll bat it around at center. Real comes free. Real drives the right. In high slot for Filiaggi's shot that goes high over the cage into the net. They'll call it a deflection, so the faceoff stays in the Nickel City zone. Faceoff will be in the near corner. Penguins change their faceoff alignment a bit. It's one to the corner by Nickel City off the glove of Ofterite. Can he get it back towards the net? He'll get it down low to Real. It rolls off of his stick, rimmed around, and that'll end the period here. Evans cut in front of a Nickel City player, sent him flying to the ice at the horn. Fans are asking for him to be lynched in the parking lot. So we're going to get ready for third period action here. From Port Huron, Michigan, a 3-3 tie. It's Nickel City in the pens by assistant coach Chris Shub. Center ice draw. We'll switch sides. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we're going to solve this one right here. Face-off off the boot of Evans will be controlled by Ofterhide. Over for Villela. Up for Evans. Taps it to the middle looking for Filiaggi. It's sent back to the line. Here's Villela with it. All the way across for Ofterhide. Ofterhide up to Real. Real has Evans and Filiaggi will drive the right side, leaving it high for Evans. Evans chopped from behind, had the puck knocked free. He'll get to it at center, firing it back in. Whistle, I guess, offside call. Offside call there. Penguins will get a line change here. That line finished the second, and started the third here. It'll be Wu, right at center ice. Controlled by Armstrong, driven into the Nickel City zone, but turned back the other way. Puck off of Armstrong, has it swiped away, but it'll come to Villela. Looking for Armstrong again as it's tossed into the Penguins' end this time. There's Ofty in the corner. Rimming it around for Armstrong. He fires it out to the middle, overskating it a bit with Hartman, but he stays right with it and gets it back out the center. And now we have another offside play as the shot goes wide of Hanner, but offside. Choppy start to the touch, skating right. He bursts a duck-billed platypus, bonk, 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 and the Penguins have a 4-3 lead. Brady Parrish on a beautiful feed by Dalton Julius, who took the puck away right in front of the Nickel City zone with speed, able to gain the zone on a 2-on-1, found Parrish on the left-hand side, and he went upstairs, Roof City on Nickel City. And with 13:22 to play, the Penguins have taken their lead back. They had it at 2-1. Nickel City came back, was leading 3-2. Penguins back with the lead. Now the Penguins need to strike again here. Shift after a goal. It'll come to Starr. Starr run in too heavily, but Parrish follows on. Parrish down low, shot in, and it comes off the pad. Cleared by Nickel City, but pressured immediately by Shub. Nickel City still able to get control and fire it all the way up. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is.
Extra gear, let's go. Crank it up.
Face-off will be on the near dot of the Nickel City zone. The Nickel City Suns out of, I believe, Sudbury, Ontario. Northern part of Ontario. Well, northern part of where humans live in Ontario. As the puck is dislodged and carried out the center by Nickel City to be lofted. Off the boards, there's that funny bounce again. Starr there this time to clear it around behind. Possessing all the way to the corner before firing towards the middle for Filiaggi. That's defended well by Nickel City. Here's Kaminsky this time. He'll go off the boards to Reel. Reel has Evan streaking around at front, but it's just taken away. It'll be an offside play at the line. .12:15 to play. Face-off will be outside of the Penguin line. Have it come right off of the... Chips it behind. He'll track it. Oh, he'll send it around for Filiaggi. He went after it. Filiaggi went after a heavy shot. A blast from Ofterhide. Armsterhide. I don't know what that call was. Armstrong and Ofterhide together. As Nickel City fires it over Hanner, and they'll wedge it back in front. Hanner lost the puck. And there was a Nickel City player on the doorstep. So it was fired in over Hanner, and the Nickel City beat the Pens defense to the puck there. Pulled it out front, and Hanner lost sight of it as it sat at the side of the cage. Nickel City the first one there, and they tie the game at 4. He's asking that he kicked both face-off guys out as they were kind of headbutting each other at the dot. It'll be Armstrong stepping in to take it, wins it cleanly to Wu. He goes off the boards looking for Hartman. He'll come back to Merlot instead. Over to Julius. He made the play on that last goal. Able to find Paris. This time he puts it right back in front of the Nickel City bench. We played back to him in front of the scorer's box. Nice pass just in front of Hartman. No icing as it goes into the Nickel City end, and it's Penguins on the forecheck. Hartman and Wu. As Armstrong reads the play, picks it off along the half wall. Wu will dig it out to the corner. Hartman up on the forecheck. Cross pressure from Armstrong. Bouncing puck controlled by Nickel City and wedged past Merlot. Armstrong with the back pressure. It'll come off Hanner, picked up by Julius and wedged up for Wu. Wu, who's got a pair with power into the offensive zone. We saw him do this before and cut the middle. This time leaving it up high for Hartman. Hartman back to Wu. Wu back in front looking for Armstrong. A one-timer by Stars blocked out front. Hartman battling along the boards. Nickel City will take control and carry out the center. Into the Penguin zone. To the left for a shot. High and wide by a good bit to the corner. Hartman coming up the wall. Wu with a cross check. No call. Nickel City drives in front and shoots one just wide as it comes the whole way through the crease. Back to the corner for Kaminsky. Kaminsky body. And they play on. Armstrong. Two players come together. Rolling puck at the point. Armstrong gets a stick on it. Ripping through Nickel City to send one off of a stick to the corner. Starr in after it. Wedged further by Nickel City. More players come together. Checking now a thing here in this one. Starr stops and starts in the corner. Protects the puck there for support. Here comes Wu to dig it out. Wu. Up for Hartman, but stepping right into it, a Nickel City defender who fires one over the cage. Wu gets there, up to Armstrong. Armstrong will clear it. Icing if it's far enough, it will be, but the Penguins will get a line change. They need it. 9:20 to play in the third. Tie game here. Nickel City with some late game magic against the Reapers this morning, able to win one with like 40 seconds left on the clock, somewhere around there. Penguins will get those Reapers first thing tomorrow morning. Paris set to take the draw. Will be controlled by Ofterheim. He has it roll off of his twig. Right there's a Nickel City player in the corner back to the point. Heavy shot off the boot of Ofterheim. Cleared out, but not all the way, as blocking it in front was Villela. Carter pressured the point. Villela with the block. Carter will force it down the left wing side into the Nickel City zone. Cleared by Nickel City. Villela will come back to it in his end. He'll go for his partner, Ofterheim, right back to Villela, and that'll relieve a little bit of pressure as he uses the net for protection. He sends it up looking for Schub, missing everybody. Icing if it's far enough, and it is. So the faceoff will come all the way back into the Pens end. 4-4 tie here, Nickel City and the Penguins.
Keep working, boys. Let's go.
Face off in the Penguins' end. Into the corner for Merlot. He'll rim it around for Julius. Up off of Evans' stick. Following on Real. Real sending it up to the Nickel City line at the right in front of their bench. A bouncing puck picked up by Merlot. He tried for Evans. That's picked off literally by the hand of a Nickel City player. Here he comes driving in. Shot wide of Hanner. Can Evans chip it out? If he can. He was crunched. No call as it comes free to Filiaggi. Up for Real. Real to Evans. Can Evans get a step? He's in. Back pressure. Hauled up.
Make the damn call! That's bullshit!
Puck in front to be covered up. So the Penguins will have an offensive zone draw.
Refocus. Little things. Little things.
Filiaggi, clean back to Starr. D to Kaminsky. Shot down low, stick on puck block there. And Nickel City will come up. Filiaggi knocking it down at center. Back for Kaminsky. Over for Starr. Starr will drive in. Knocked off his stick, but right there's Real with the support. Off the wall for Evans. In front for Filiaggi. Filiaggi will drive the outside. Goes between the legs, but it'll come off a boot right to Evans. Carrying it further. Continues to battle in behind the net. Centering pass comes in front. Swiped that by Real. Back to the point for a shot by Kaminsky that's blocked. And back comes Nickel City one-on-one with Starr. A toe drag to the middle. Off the skate of Kaminsky to the corner. Good Penguins defense there. It's Filiaggi deep to pick it up. He's hooked on the play.
Raise your arm!
Shot comes wide of Hanner. Filiaggi with it. Up the outside, his pass picked off. Down low for Nickel City. Shot to the glove, and it's held. Battled in front, it'll be Ofterheim coming away with it. He'll rim it around for Armstrong. Sent back in front, Hartman. Armstrong with a great breakout feed there as Hartman drives in. Has it knocked away. And back comes Nickel City, right wing side. They haven't tripped or hooked anybody in about 18 seconds. As Wu comes away with a puck. Able to kick it out to center. Dislodged. Armstrong pressures, couldn't quite poke it by. It'll be Nickel City in front of their bench. Sending it up, it's icing. See, he can raise his arm. It'll come back to the Nickel City zone. Well, it's picked off as a 3-on-2 for Nickel City. Weaving in, Penguins back checking, able to get back. Wu with speed into the offensive zone. Carries to the outside, all the way to the corner where he controls. Swiping it up high, and back comes Nickel City. Armstrong heavy on the back check as Merlot cuts it off, and it'll be an offside play. Great gap there by the Penguins defenseman to disrupt things at the Penguins line.
Good play, Bob. Good play.
5:22 to play, third period. 4-4 tie here. It'll be one back to Merlot. Rimmed around for Julius. Julius up for Shoot. Shoot. Right to Paris, and the Penguins break it out. Into the offensive zone, winds Paris. Has it taken away, and back comes Nickel City. Nickel City defended by Julius. Shuby able to get it back to the Nickel City line where Carter's in on the forecheck pressure. Good patience there by Nickel City's alternate captain. Yes, they wear season A's up there. There's Julius to the corner. He'll leave it for Merlot, but it's just past his reach. Wedged back in and comes the whole way through the crease. Nickel City setting up in the Penguin zone. A block shot by Carter. To the corner for Merlot. He wedges it high up off the wall. Comes free to a Nickel City player. Fans on the first shot, but they'll get control. Back high to the point. Firing one. Shuby there. Blocks it and stays on it. Carter follows up, gets it out to center, and the Penguins drive through. To the line where it's iced by Nickel City. So Penguins will have an offensive zone draw. Face-off will be on the far side of the Nickel City zone. One to Evans. Evans back to tried to go back to Star. He was knocked down on the play. It'll come to Star in the neutral zone instead. He'll go high up off the glass. Filiaggi following on. Able to get control and dart down the left side. In front, Evans trying to step into one. He'll get it along the half wall. His centering pass blocked by Nickel City, and back up they come. Through the neutral zone. Defended by Star. Star sends it off the skate of Filiaggi, picked up by Evans. Evans has Real. He'll find him. And a perfect dish there to hit Real up the outside for a shot. Off the iron. Evans bunts it towards the net. Filiaggi diving to his feet. Kaminsky to Star. Star shoots one in front. Filiaggi and Real battle there. Puck rolls to the outside, cleared by Nickel City. Kaminsky battling as Evans will get there along the wall. Forced further by Nickel City. Kaminsky will pick it up behind his net. Over to Star, up for Real. Real knocked down on the play. Taken away by Nickel City as they wind into the Penguin zone. To the backhand, firing one. Blocked away by the handman. Rebound, swiped all the way to the corner. Off of Real. Penguins partway through a line change as Star gathers. Lofted up, can't get it out the center. Picked off, down low, shot from the side, blockered away by Hanner again. This one off the glass, bouncing puck gets by. Real might get by. That's interference, no call. It'll come free to Real. He'll wind, he'll fire. It's off of a stick in behind. And Nickel City's defenseman crashes into his goalie, will get a whistle. Wu set to take the face-off at the Silver Sticks Invitational Bare Knuckle Boxing Tournament. Puck in the corner, battling there, Armstrong. It'll be dislodged by Nickel City. They drive down in front of the Penguins bench, knocking a Nickel City player to the ice. Valello get a pair of them. follow on. Here's Wu. Now Hartman. Hartman. Taken away by Nickel City. Here's Starr. Starr. Hey, there it is! Miracles happen as Starr gets control. The Penguins will end this game with a man advantage possibly. Wu has it taken away, but a whistle blows. And the Penguins, with 1:49 to play, will get a man advantage. Penguins are going to deploy Real Filiaggi, Evans, Starr, and Ofterheide. The 5 flightless birds for the man advantage. Needing one here. Face-off swiped away by Filiaggi over to Real to Starr. Starr back to Filiaggi. Driving in, heavy shot, goes up and over the cage. Cleared by Nickel City, but gathered in by Starr at his line. Over to Filiaggi. Immediate pressure. Has the puck dislodged and fired back in. Starr deep in the Penguins' end. He'll pick it up, and the Penguins will try to get all the way up the ice. It'll be Evans cutting across, carrying to the right side. He'll gain the zone and set things up. Off the board for Ofterheide, chopping it down low for Evans. Puck lofted back up high off of Starr. It'll be a high stick that comes all the way to the Penguins' end.
Make a play. Let's go. Make a play. Confidence.
Face off in the Penguin zone, Penguins wall, it'll be battle. They'll try to tie things up. It's wedged out. Penguins can dislodge it here. They do. It'll be rear sticks. Filiaggi to it. Over to the outside. Starr finds Evans. He'll control there. Looking all the way across for Filiaggi. In front for Real. Bouncing puck. Fired at the cage. Off the boot of Real and cleared by Nickel City. Nickel City driving one. Over for Real, and a 10-bell save there! What a stop as Evans found Real on the back door.
Nice play, boys. Keep it up. Let's go. Heads up. Let's go. Make another play.
As Jack Real stopped at the side of the cage, 1 second remains on the Penguin power play. Filiaggi. Bouncing puck to Real. Evans, Villela, heavy shot, deflects in, rebound sitting out front. And Real shoved into the cage here. We'll get another offensive zone draw, 12.3 to play. It'll be on the other side this time. Oh, no. They'll put it on the far side. Absolutely not. That's not where it should go. That's all right. Here's Filiaggi to take the draw. For Evans, he forces it towards the net. Bouncing puck at the feet of Real. Fires at Filiaggi. Evans in front. Oh, couldn't quite finish. Oh, it isn't. It'll come off Evans and into the net. Puck is in the cage. It went off of Evans and in. And the Penguins strike with 4.1. Woo! The Penguins lead by 1 here. And the coach is coming on the ice. And we're about 30 minutes behind, so I'm not sure how long they're going to let this conversation go on. The referee clearly called it in the net. You're not going to change their minds. So with 4.1 to play, we'll have a center ice face-off, and the Penguins lead by a goal. What excitement here. Oh, baby, sausage and gravy. As the time will expire, the shot in on Hanner, and the Penguins leave victorious 5-4 over the Nickel City Suns, scoring with 4.1 seconds remaining in this one. An exciting finish to an exciting game, and we'll be back here in the morning where the Penguins will take on the Chicago Reapers.